So in the URC preview, where the Bulls, the first game of the weekend for the African teams were the Bulls versus the Sharks, the local derby, where the Bulls put on a almighty display in dispatching the Sharks 44-10. Dale, I think the Bulls, they are looking very, very impressive. I think in the opening couple of rounds in this season, the Bulls seems to be the team to beat in this African conference. The player that I got impressed by this past weekend was Steedman Gans. He was excellent in center. And I did an article, I think it was in SA Rugby magazine, where Jake White basically said there that it's very difficult for him to actually take Steedman Gans off the starting 15 in the next couple of games. How did you see this game between the Sharks and the Bulls?
I must say, I'm actually very disappointed in the Sharks. I expected them to put up better showing because they got a few of the Springboks back, like Eben and they had Ox in the scrums and they had Mabeams and I don't know if it's a case of the Sharks being bad or the Bulls being that good. But at the moment, the Bulls are scaring me because they are without a doubt the informed SA squad in the URC at the moment. And I don't know if Jake's plan is starting to take fruition now. And it looks like he's finally got his team where he wants them to be. They have made quite a few scheduled signings as well, Philly and Akker van der Merwe.
Yep.
Which is, I think, has been great additions to this squad, and then combine it with the guys like Moody and Kirtley, and then they've got Marcel Coetzee back. So yeah, the Sharks, big disappointment. I don't know what's going on there. Whatever it is, they need to sort it out ASAP because they might be the richest club at the moment or franchise, but it's not showing on the results on the field.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think with the Bulls, what I've noticed this weekend is like a different dynamic in the way they attack. The one try from Steedman Gans where Ivan Goosen passed the ball out, and then I think it was Moody doing the run, and then Steedman Gans came with the loop. That was a nice move from them. And you can see the nuances in the attack. It's not just the normal Bulls play where they kick the ball up in the air, they chase and hit hard with the forwards and with the loose forwards. There's some nuances. And I think that they've got the players to play that style, you know. But it'll be interesting to see against a stronger team coming up. I think we'll get to it later, but I think in Saracens to see if they will stick to that format, because if you're gonna play against a team that will match you up front, it's very difficult to play that ball in hand and glittery rugby style, you know.
Obviously,
but like you said,
I think Saracens come with a more structured play, and they know how to play European Championship rugby. So tell me, is the Bulls playing them here at Loftus, or are they playing them away in Europe?
No, they're playing in Loftus, but we'll get to that later in that second segment.
Yeah, sure.
But I think your point on the Sharks, the Sharks are very disappointing. Very, very, very. It just shows you that having so much maybe Springboks in your team is not such a good idea, especially in these long competitions, because they disrupt your squad when the box comes in. The players who were there previously, they must now make way for the Springboks. The positions don't feel their own. Maybe they don't feel they belong in a certain how can I say in a team the way they should feel. So it's not actually a good idea, I would say, to have so much international Springboks in your squad, and it's affecting the Sharks.
Like you said it there, I think a lot of those players that are filling in for the box when they're away are probably playing with that mindset of probably no matter what I do, I'm going to get dropped because I'm just holding this position for Springbok. So they might not feel that competition of I'm going to give my 100 or 110% because I know next week when Eben is available, he comes in, or Mampimpi, like that, or even Lucanio So then they know, I'm going to be dropped, so it doesn't matter what I do. And I think it could be that a lot of those players are playing like that.
That's right. No, definitely, yeah. I was hoping that with the Sharks' new coach, what's his name?
Plumtree.
Plumtree. With him coming in, he would then, in the first couple of rounds, at least the first, I would say, 3 to 4 rounds, get things going. But it seems as if himself is still bringing that that All Blacks losing mentality with him.
I actually thought the same. I was worried, to be honest, when I heard him sign back.
Yeah.
Because he knows the Shark structures. He's been there
That's
before.
right.
So he's not a stranger. So I expected him to be the front runners this season.
That's right.
Because even the backup players are not bad. Like the backup players are better than most franchises. So I don't know if maybe he's just as shocked as how bad things really are. And he's probably struggling to find his feet and also trying to figure out who he's best starting 15 is.
Yes.
Maybe he's just got too many players at his disposal. Doesn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna bring up the stats of that game between the Bulls and the Sharks.
I just hope Hans and Johan Goosen stay fit this season for the Bulls.
Yeah. No, I think that's
Because
the other thing.
I think that's what's making a difference for Jake at the moment. He's that he's got Johan Goosen fit from the start. So hopefully, I think he's adding a different dynamic to the attacking game.
Yes. Okay, so if I look at the stats, I can see obviously the Bulls, they scored 6 tries, to the Sharks 1 try. Quite surprisingly, the Sharks had more possession at 56%, and the Bulls 44%. Yeah, the offload game of the Bulls was quite good. I think they had more offloads, 12-8. And the Sharks actually also dominated the territory
game
at 54%, and the Bulls 46%.
But it just shows the Sharks have a big problem finishing, taking their chances. Because I mean, if you got them more of a territory, what are you doing with the territory is the question.
Yeah. And if you look at also where the Bulls won this game, is at the turnovers.
They
won 8 turnovers.
That's double over the Sharks.
Penalties conceded. The Bulls conceded 14 penalties, and in the Sharks 10.
Sharks 10.
Okay, that's just a quick look at the stats between these two sides. Okay, that takes care of the Bulls and the Sharks.